Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to a new AG commentary. My name is Bob, this time with a camera and everything because I thought that was going to be awesome. And today, I want to have a little bit of a talk about something that I get a question about all the time. Which item is better, the Blade of the Ruined King or the Bloodthirster? Let's find out in this video. I hope you enjoy the video. So to answer your question, none of both are actually better than the other. It doesn't matter. Both items are really good and can be used in different situations. And that's what I'm going to teach you in this video. I'm going to teach you what you need to look at and how to choose for yourself which item you need, the Bloodthirster or the Blade of the Ruined King. So to get right into it, let's take a look at the items first. So the Bloodthirster costs 3,500 gold. You get 80 attack damage, 20% lifesteal, and you get a shield from its passive that can block up to 450 damage. Great item, right? Then we jump into the next one, the Blade of the Ruined King. It only gives you 25 attack damage opposing to the 80 attack damage, but you do get 40% lifesteal, 40% attack speed, 10% lifesteal, and you get a really nice active that you can use to get yourself peeling around, which slows the opponent, it speeds you up as an AD carry, and it heals you 40% stolen from the enemy. So both items are pretty good. Blade of the Ruined King a little bit cheaper, gives you less AD but more attack speed and more kite ability. So what do you need to do? Is the Bloodthirster now like the better one because it gives you more stats? No, not really. I would say it really depends on your champion and the given situation you're in. Let's take a situation and see which one you need. So let's say you play Vayne, the AD carry that is based on getting those 3 hits, that 3-hit passive next to each other, and then you blow them up. You know, you deal a lot of damage. If you have any passive like that, or a cockmaw for that sense, anything that scales very well with attack speed, you can go for a Blade of the Ruined King standardly. You don't even need to look at the Bloodthirster, because any champion that synergizes well with attack speed really profits from a Blade of the Ruined King, and I don't think there is any situation in which the Bloodthirster is better. So if your champion is attack speed based, go for the Blade of the Ruined King. However, if your champion is attack damage based, or it depends on really high crits, I'm talking about Tristana, maybe Ashe. Yeah, I think Ashe would be a good one. Champions that just kill on AD, also Lee Sin. You can look at Lee Sin, and he has a lot of abilities that skill on AD. The more AD you have, the more damage your spells are going to be doing, or your abilities are going to be doing. And also your crits will deal more damage based on your attack damage. So with that together, if you have a champion based on attack damage, Bloodthirster is probably the better choice. So we got those two set together right now, but there is still some situational things. Let's say you play against a poke composition, and this one is pretty important. If you play against a poke composition like a Nidalee or a BotrK or anything that pokes you down, a Bloodthirster can help you greatly. Why? Because you have this shield, which can shield like up to 450 damage from poke. Plus you have more lifesteal, you have more sustain throughout the game, and it just helps you against this poke damage, and you really need this. So if you have a poke heavy team in the enemy composition, then definitely you should go for Bloodthirster. If, however, the enemy team doesn't have this, and but you need a lot of peel. Let's say you are an AD carry and you need some peel, because on your own you cannot kind of negate the enemies. You cannot get away from assassins or tanks or whatever. You need something to run away from these tanks, and the thing that helps you a lot with that is the Blade of the Ruined King active. It gives you a lot of kite ability around the map in team fights, and it allows you to slow an opponent and speed yourself up in team fights, which is huge if you want to stay alive. But if you have a team that has a lot of support for your AD carry, then a Bloodthirster is better because you don't need this extra peel. But if you need it, if you need to survive on your own, a Blade of the Ruined King is actually the better choice, even on a champion like BotrK. for example. You can go for Blade of the Ruined King if you really need it. And that's something you need to look at. You shouldn't be like, alright, so the standard build on Corki is a Bloodthirster, so I'm just going for that. In every game, you should look at the enemy champions and see, alright, maybe a Blade of the Ruined King wouldn't be so bad. Maybe I'm playing against, let's say, a Maokai, and I need to get away from him in team fights. Then or a Fiora. Fiora is actually a better decision. If you play against a Fiora, a Blade of the Ruined King is huge because you can slow her down, run away yourself, and deal damage from a distance. And if you don't have any champions in your team that can do that for you, then the Blade of the Ruined King will be the better choice. I think that's pretty much it. I think if you look at those 4 points, you can decide on your own which item you need in which situation. And if there's anything else you need to ask, if you're not sure about something about these items, feel free to hit me up in the comment section below because I will be answering your questions. And that's it. I hope to see you guys next time, and good luck at watching Worlds because that's coming up tomorrow. And have fun. See you guys next time.